In the last episode, Belle had seemed quite shy and hesitant when I would come up to her and say hi. It seems like I'm making backwards progress in trying to get her number with how awkward these interactions have been. Maybe she's shy because she does like me. That makes sense, right? You may call me delusional, but she might like me because of some various incidents. One day at the gym, I was sitting at the bench press, mindlessly staring forward when suddenly Belle set up shop right in front of me. Okay, a little to the right, but she was doing standing bicep curls, and you can do that anywhere. This is the canon event that every gym bro will face. When an attractive girl happens to work out in front of you, and is faced away from you. Maybe this is Belle's way of showing interest. Maybe with my ravishing looks, she finds it difficult to get words out when I go, "Hi Belle," and she only responds with that smile. But isn't this too much? How do I play these cards that I'm dealt? Do I just go up to her and go, "Hey Belle, I noticed you working out in front of me. You were looking at my behind? Creep." So the counterplay is you just have to admire the ground and tap your foot so you look distracted in your music. She got here after me, okay? Guys, it's not my fault. Then, someone came up to her and struck a conversation. One of the employees at the gym. A guy. I look up and I'm witnessing Belle talking to the gym employee, but that wasn't the tipping point. It was that they were having a relatively long conversation, but that's still not the breaking point. Belle put her headphones down on her shoulders. When I talk to Belle, she only swipes one earmuff off her ear. She was more invested in this conversation than our conversations. I regret not turning off my noise cancellation, so all I could do was glance quickly and try and gauge the vibe of their conversation. Well, they seem to have talked before. I mean, I've talked to this employee before. He's very extroverted and friendly with everyone, but now, he's on my list. Sorry, dude, but don't ever ask me to spot you on the bench press. I stood up, took the plates off the barbell, and walked off. I even tried doing the sad emote. Man, I'm such a drama queen. A couple days later, I was walking to the sanitizing wipe dispenser and Belle had come out perpendicularly into my path, and even though I can't see behind me, I just knew she was trailing behind me, also going to the wipe dispenser. Okay, here's your moment where you take a wipe and hand it to her. Or if you're too shy for that, at least just take a wipe and leave it out for her. It'll be super hospitable. I ripped off 2 wipes and left one on the lid and ran off. I don't even know if she took it. What was I supposed to do? Snap my head 180 degrees backwards? Oh, didn't see you there. Ah, here's a wipe. There is another incident where Belle worked out in front of me. This type of stuff doesn't happen often, as this was a couple weeks later. I was sitting at a calf raise machine and Belle set up shop in front of me. The interesting thing is that there were so many identical cables she could have used, but she set up shop at this one, the closest to me, and it happened to be literally in my line of sight. The difference between this time and the previous time she worked out in front of me is that I said, screw it. I'ma stare at her this time. Hey, don't judge me. You probably stare at your crushes too. So Belle was doing standing tricep pushdowns, and you have like 150 degrees of angle to face. She could position away, perpendicular, or position towards me. Well, she maxed out positioning herself facing away from me, so her cake was facing directly towards me. So, I may have been at the gym, but I was hanging around the bakery department. Well, when Belle was resting, she would position her stance still facing away from me, and I have to admit, I just kept looking. Eventually, she chose a different emote from her emote wheel and did the Asian squat and went on her phone. I can kinda see what she was doing on her phone, and she was watching a vertical video, so maybe Instagram Reels or TikTok? If it looks like Instagram Reels, then that means she has an Instagram. Then I can have more confidence to ask for her Instagram, knowing that she has one. I went up and tried to talk to Belle. I literally gaslit myself into a happy mood like I normally just talk to everyone, and so I started walking up to her already smiling. She was on the assisted pull-up machine, and I approached her from the side. I was smiling because I got to see her face up close again, and I said, how many more sets you have? Is this my slogan or something? She gives me a friendly smile and said one more with her finger pointing up. I was so nervous that I set my things down and walked away to go grab a wipe. I didn't want to just stand there, but like, man, I used to have conversations with Belle. Now I'm back to, how many more sets you have? She stepped off the machine and left me to my own devices. Dang it. I was on the hip abductor machine, a very sussy machine, and Belle had passed by in front of me. Not gonna lie, I felt kind of violated because my thighs were in full view and she sat down at a leg machine as well. Oh, we're both training legs today. You know what? Maybe after this, I should set up shop near her, and I'd like to see her reaction of me choosing to be in her presence for a change. I took a seat to the machine right next to her, and about 30 seconds later, she got up and left. Bruh. I was at an open area of the gym and unbeknownst to me, Belle had set up shop diagonally for me. She was doing a leg workout with dumbbells and was facing my direction. Well, I was doing lunges back and forth, but now I would have to pass by her, which is more difficult than the literal workout that I'm doing. So when I passed by her, I glanced at her and puffed my cheek, quickly looked down and lunged away. She kinda did the same, but this time she didn't immediately leave. I left first, but I stayed sort of nearby. Well, she had also packed her bags up, but set up shop where I was facing and was doing lunges in place now. Bro, I'm being tested again. Of course, I just exchanged glances at her. I regret not being forward with Belle, but something happened recently which made me feel like I dodged a bullet. Belle had come to the gym with a guy. Are you serious? Who's this guy? They split up and did separate workouts, but is this how Gym Crush is gonna end? Was she showing introvertedness to me because she actually had a boyfriend slash husband? If this is her significant other, then Gym Crush is over. This guy had a ring on his left ring finger. There's no way. Is this Belle's husband? Why do I get hit with this information now? I had a crush on a married woman? Wait. I realized I never noticed if Belle had a ring on as well. I should have done that in episode 1. So the next course of action was to try and see if Belle had a ring. She had rings on her right hand. Okay, so she still came to the gym with a married guy? Oh! Her brother! It has to be! They're both Asian, and why would a married guy come to the gym with another girl who doesn't have a ring on? They just have to be siblings. But, I don't feel good about this. Belle is too pretty to be single. Everything was just pointing towards, yeah, that is Belle's significant other. They would come together on the weekends only, and it's been around 4 times I've seen this happen. The other times I see Belle throughout the week, she's by herself. And these times throughout the weekday, I was trying to see if she would randomly show up with a ring. A couple times I got jump scared, but she usually just had accessory rings on her right hand only. And a couple weeks later, I saw it. A ring on Belle's left ring finger. My suspicions were confirmed. Belle is married. She was married this whole time, but why didn't she wear her ring all this time? I definitely would have seen her ring this whole time because your hands are very exposed when you work out. This is the first time I've seen her wear a ring. I got clickbaited. I actually feel less scared to go up to Belle now and just strike up random conversations, knowing that I can't fail. But what I am thankful for is, I talked to Belle in episode 2 because you guys wanted that next episode. And I remember reading the comments like, man, they want me to talk to her? And I know that if you guys never pressured me to make an episode 2, to this day, I would have never asked how many more sets Belle had and what her name was because I was that scared to. So thanks for pushing me through that growing pain. One side of me is grateful that I didn't ask her out because that would have been super awkward, but also disappointed that I didn't ask her out. The next time, I won't have the scenario of weaseling my way out. Man, it sucks not having a gym crush anymore. Hey Belle? Can I show you something for that tricep pushdown? Tuck in your elbows and hinge at your hips and slowly raise the bar back up. Just don't go getting bigger arms than me.